Are you aged 20 to 25? If so, there's a trick right now that can get you a free £100 rail card via the bank Santander. I'm Martin Lewis from moneysavingexpert.com, and I want to talk you through how you play this. Now, this is specifically for people who will be aged 20 to 25 on the 30th of June this year, the 30th of June 2025. And the rail card that you can get is a free 4-year, what used to be called a young person's rail card, now a 16 to 25 rail card, that if you bought it yourself would cost you £100, and it gets you a third off most rail fares. Now, you can do this as long as you're a UK resident and Santander hasn't given you the rail card freebie before, which it only would have done if you had the Santander student bank account. This isn't just for students though, this is for anyone aged 20 to 25. So, how do you qualify? Well, what it wants you to do, it's trying to entice you to open up one of its savings products because it wants you to put a minimum £50 in one of its savings accounts by the end of May, though I would do it right now in case there's so much demand, it's costing it too much and it pulls this offer sooner. And you need to keep it there until at least the 30th of June or when you get the rail card, which is ever is later. You also need to set up its online or mobile banking by the end of May. No big deal, that one. Do that, you've got £50 saved, you'll get a little bit of interest, and you'll get a free rail card. So this is a no-brainer for most people. I'll do some caveats at the end though. So if you're going to save, where should you save? Well, that depends on whether you're just doing this to jemmy it to get the rail card or you actually want to do savings with it. So first of all, let's do the playing it, the trick system, if you like. I would put £50 in its simple 1.2% easy access saver. Just open one of those up, put the £50 in. You don't need to do it a special way to qualify. It will know your age and it will send you a code automatically when you do qualify. And then once your rail cards arrive, take your £50 out because the interest isn't very good and you got the money, you got a tiny bit of interest on top. But crucially, you will have got the rail card, which is why you're doing this. The paltry rate of interest in that account is somewhat irrelevant. You're just putting money away in order to trigger yourself getting the rail card. If you actually want to save with Santander, probably its best standard account is its 1-year fixed cash ISA that pays 4.25%, which is pretty decent for a big bank rate. But you need a minimum £500 to open that, unlike the easy access saver, which can be opened with just £1. So, to do that, you really need to be saving properly. But if you want to open a proper cash ISA, and it's a decent cash ISA, put £500 in there, and that will trigger you getting the rail card as well, as long as you hold it in there till the end of June. Alternatively, its Edge Saver account pays 6% interest on up to £4,000, which is cracking. But to get that, you need to open or have its Santander Edge current account, which is a top bank account for those who pay bills. You pay it £3 a month. It gives you 1% cash back on all bills you pay from it. By direct debit up to £10 a month, and you also get cash back on your grocery or fuel or other transport spending in the UK up to £10 a month. Again, it's 1% of that spending. So it's a good cashback account, but it's a bit more of a hassle if you actually wanted to open the bank account. I should also mention that if you're a student, then you get the same rail card by opening its student bank account as well. You don't need to put money in savings to do that one. So that's all that done. What could go wrong? Well, one, it could pull the offer. 2, your savings may not track. But the truth is, you're just putting money in a savings account with a really big bank. The worst comes to the worst, you take your money out and you've not lost anything, apart from the opportunity cost of being able to spend that £50 meantime. However, as I'm launching this now and trying to get it out there quickly before Santander realizes that I'm going massive on it and starts to think, oh no, it's going to cost us a lot of money, things can change. So there will be a full updated article in the news section of moneysavingexpert.com, my website. Please keep your eye on that, and any updates or details and also the links where you can read this on Santander's page too will all be on there so you can work out what's going on for yourself in case anything changes. But generally, I think this should be pretty easy.